Hey guys, and welcome to another review. I'm Unblessed Data, and this is Arrow Season 1, Episode 15, Dodger. Pretty cool episode. Last episode was amazing, so I don't know how this could top it, so really wasn't expecting it to top it, but even though it was still pretty good. But before I get into this review, just want to let you guys know that this review will contain spoilers. If you do not want to know what happened, go back, watch it, and run back over here and click that play button all day. So anyway, let's get into the review. At the beginning, we see a large ruby in a glass case. It looks pretty expensive, and since it has a glass case, well, you know it's expensive. Anyway, this guy goes up to the glass case with another guy. They're both security guards there, it looks like. They open it up, and this guy steals the ruby and, like, knocks out the other guy, so he runs away with it. We later find out that he has a collar on. And this collar looks like it's really irritating to him. He's trying to pull it off, so we can see that it does something. And he runs up to a guy, and he gives him the ruby and says, "Take off the collar now." And he takes it off. So obviously we know this collar's bad. It's gonna do something bad at this point. But later on, it's revealed that it's actually a bomb collar. So basically, this guy called Dodger is forcing these people to go around with these collars, doing his dirty work. And if they don't, he just blows them up. And it's kind of weird, though, because how would he get the collars on their neck in the first place? I don't know. That would be an awkward situation. But other than that, we see that the IT girl is in the Arrow cave, and she's kind of having doubts because Arrow wants to go after a guy with a little kid, and he doesn't want the IT girl doesn't want an orphaned little kid. So she's having her doubts about it. Doesn't really know what to do. Then we go back to a flashback, and Slade is in bad condition. Slade is the guy that helped Oliver so far and they're like bases in the crashed plane. So in the crashed plane right now, they're kind of talking, and the bullet wound that he had in his arm, it's really infected right now. It's in really bad condition. So Oliver wants to go find the cave where Yao Fei had him before, and to get his herbs that were there because apparently they heal everything. Kind of like a senzu bean, I guess. And so he wants to go get those herbs and come back to help out Slade. So then we go back to the present. Oliver's mom basically wants out of the game. She's talking to a fellow bad person, I don't even know what to call him, that works for basically Tommy's dad and all that. And basically she wants out. So does the other guy too. But the last person that tried to get out was Oliver's dad, and you can see what happened to him. He's dead now. So she wants to get out, but she's trying to figure out a way to do it, and to do it without getting Walter hurt, because they still have Walter captive basically, so they don't really know what to do. So anyway, so we find out more information about Dodger, how he uses the bomb collars and all that. And the IT girl suggests something pretty useful that Arrow or Oliver didn't think of yet. She suggests to bug one of the police officers' phones so they can find out the crime that's happening right away. So off Oliver goes, and he goes into the police department and bugs one of his fellow friend that's a police officer's phone. So now she has a bugged phone, and Oliver can hear everything that is happening. Other than that, we go back to my favorite flashbacks. And Oliver finds the Yao Fei's cave that they were in originally and a couple episodes back. And basically, he looks around, he's looking around the herbs, nice herbs. And he looks to the corner, and there's a bleeding guy on the floor yelling for help. So, it's kind of an awkward situation there again. That's the second awkward situation in this little review so far. But, yeah, so he finds a guy that's badly wounded. He's all beaten up, bloody, tied up, and he's asking for help. So what would you do in Arrow's situation here? Well, not Arrow, Oliver. He's not Arrow yet, but what would you do if you were Oliver? Would you help this guy? Well, that's basically what the flashbacks are about this episode. Would you help him, or would you leave him? But before we get to answer that amazing question and more, let's go back to the present. So basically, Oliver bugs the phone. Then John asks his sister-in-law out. John's sister-in-law is the girl at the diner they usually go to. He asked her out, and there's kind of a little bit of tension between them this episode because, well, she was dating his now dead brother, so you can see that there's tension there. So that was kind of something right there. It was basically just filler for this episode, and, whatever. Another flashback, and we see that the guy says that, the guy that's tied up and all bloody, says that he was on a fishing trip as an exchange student, and they crashed or whatever, and he was the only one that survived, and he washed up on the island, and the soldiers beat him up, tied him up, blah, blah, blah. So that's, it's kind of fishy story right there. I don't know if I would believe it. It sounds pretty legit, though. I mean, that's a good reason for why, you're tied up and everything. So I can understand why he would say that. I don't know if he's telling the truth or if he's lying. We really don't know, and we don't really find out, actually, but we'll see we find out what Arrow does, basically. After that, at this point, we find out what he would do. And but we go back to the present, and Dodger meets up with... Dodger has this meetup where he's gonna sell the ruby he stole, basically, to some other mob person, and it's overrun by cops. He runs out, and he gets away safely, while the other one doesn't, but of course Arrow's there waiting for him when he runs out. So Arrow shoots some arrows, doesn't kill him or shoot him or even touch him at all, the arrows, and then he just throws a bomb collar. Like, this would be the perfect setup, and like for him to put a collar on Arrow, which I was predicting that. That's what I thought was gonna happen, but he doesn't. So I was happy they didn't do that, because it'd be a little bit cheesy how he would have to like do whatever he says, But he just throws the collar and it just blows up and he gets away, basically. So Arrow's kind of scrambling around because, blew up in his face. So he doesn't really have a choice there to do anything. But, so yeah. Then Dodger gets away. We find out that Thea, Thea's with Laurel right now because she has to work instead of going to jail at the police department. So they're walking and talking, and someone runs by and steals their purse. He jumps a fence and runs away, and they're both pretty angry. I'd be angry if someone stole my, not my purse, but my wallet. I don't have a purse. But, yeah, so Thea finds out who stole her purse after, later on. She tracks it down and blah, blah, blah. And she finds out who it was and basically says, well, your dad's a cop. Why don't we investigate him? So they investigate. They bring the guy into the police place. Finds out that her mother, is like addicted to vertigo, and he's just stealing to help pay her stuff and blah blah. It's just a big sap story, and Thea feels really bad. It's like, whatever. It was just a purse. Just leave him alone. So he feels bad for him. Blah blah blah. Why did I do this? And another kind of message in the story was that, oh well, you're privileged. You're born into a rich family. You don't know what it's like to be anything but that. So it's kind of like a Robin Hood kind of thing. And even Arrow says in this episode, well, I'm not Robin Hood. So, it was kind of, that was like the reoccurring theme throughout this episode. We can see that, obviously, going through this episode. But, so she feels all bad and sad about it, and I guess I could feel bad and sad about it too. So, after she's done crying about herself, the stupidest character in this whole show, Thea, but whatever. The IT girl catches Dodger stealing one of Oliver Queen's precious jewels. They have this fake little banquet kind of thing to lure Dodger in, and he takes the bait, basically. And the IT girl's all dressed up, and she's at the banquet thing, and she sees him stealing the jewel. She confronts him and says, hey, don't steal that, which is pretty stupid. And basically, he puts a collar on the IT girl. So I guess he just walks around with the collars all day. I don't know. Guess so. So, yeah. So puts a collar on her. Now she's all in danger. So then Oliver goes after Dodger on a motorcycle because he runs out, goes in a car. And basically, Oliver's chasing him in the motorcycle. Pretty cool chase. I really like the action in the show. It's very well done. But then Oliver throws a dart or something, little arrow at his car, blows a tire, it flips. Crazy stuff. And yeah, so then he catches Dodger, and then he gets the control, snaps the collar off the IT girl, and saves the day, blah blah blah. Typical hero thing. There wasn't really anything special in this episode, I have to say, but it still was good. I still did enjoy it. So, not everything has to be a masterpiece for me or anyone to enjoy. But it's little simple things work out well in the end too. So I don't know. That's my little spiel for the day. But back to a flashback. Oliver left the man in the cave. He did not help him at all. because he just said, well, I can't trust you, I don't want to take the chance. And he's right, he shouldn't, because it was really kind of fishy, the story anyway, so it could have been a soldier trying to catch him, just playing a role. I guess we'll never know, really. Then we go back to the present. Thea goes to the thief's house, straight to his house, and she just asks for a purse back, and she gets it back, and that's it. Wow. Wow. I thought she was going to give some money to him or something. Maybe she felt bad, you know. Nothing. She just wanted to... Sorry about it. She just went to go get her purse. Wow. There was nothing. There was nothing there. Like, there was no point to that at all. You know, whatever. I just really do not like Thea. The last flashback of the episode, we see Oliver. He's back with Slade. He has the herbs. He's looking a lot better now. Slade's looking a lot better. And he still doesn't tell Slade about the guy he found in the cave, which I think was wrong. He probably should have, because something could have happened. Maybe he knew who it was or something like that. We don't know, so maybe Slade did. I guess we'll never know, because Oliver never tells him. Yeah, that's it for the flashbacks. One little quick thing to the present. This is like the big thing at the end, cliffhanger. Oliver's mom wants the Triad to kill Tommy's dad, so then there's nothing on her, so she can leave the, you know, the evil mafia game thing. So there it is. Oliver's mom's getting in touch with the Triad. She was actually talking to China White, which is the horrible, I don't like China White version of her, but whatever. And yeah, that was the whole episode. It was pretty good, like I said. Nothing too spectacular, but it was still decent. I love the show. So tell me what you guys thought in the comments below. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at unblesseddata. And I just want to say a big thank you for watching. And yeah, stay tuned for more news and reviews. And I'll catch you guys later. See ya.